Hello friends, it's Jo back again with a raw video, and we're going to talk about the new moon on the 19th, which is tomorrow where I am. And this one is a new moon in Taurus, and this is going to be a much lighter, more positive moon than we've experienced for the last few new and full moons, and also with the eclipses it's all been very intense in the recent months. But this one's more buoyant and falls in Taurus at 28 degrees. So if you've got planets at 28 degrees in Taurus, or around about 27, 29, also in Scorpio, Leo or Aquarius, you might feel this one a bit more strongly, but perhaps more in a strongly positive sense, so not a bad thing. And although I have noticed some astrologers being harbingers of doom and gloom about this, the particular new moon, I really can't see where that's coming from, as it looks very positive, which also a lot of other astrologers I think have been putting out there. So it forms a sextile with the planet Mars, which happens to be in its debilitated sign at the moment, Cancer, and right at the end at the anaretic degree, 29 degrees, which can make it a rather tired energy. So I feel like this little sextile between the sun and moon conjunct for this new moon will give it a little boost before it moves on the 20th, I think it is, into Leo, where it'll have a more fiery energy, and on the 21st will form an opposition to Pluto. Now, when those two planets are in a hard aspect particularly, it can be quite a volatile energy, and obviously Mars will be in the fiery sign of Leo. So just watch out for that. It could be a bit of a volatile atmosphere. Just keep yourself safe and protected, and just aware of your surroundings, really. And also, of course, on the day after the new moon, the sun will be moving itself, of course, on the 21st actually, into Gemini, so a whole new energy there as well for a month, with that going into an air sign. And we'll ramp up our communication. It's going to be forming a trine with Pluto, which will give it a nice powerful boost. So gosh, we can really step into some transformational energy at the weekend if we wish to. Anyway, back to the new moon. Moon loves being in Taurus, loves it. It's the exalted sign for Taurus, so we get it in that sign every moon cycle for 2.5 days. So that's gonna feel nice. I think it's gonna feel quite a grounded, emotional energy in particular, just rather grounded and much more easy and flowing. Great time to go out in nature, which if you're in the northern hemisphere now, it's summer really now, so the weather should be nice. Just get out this weekend really, and tomorrow if you can, into nature and enjoy it. We've also got Jupiter, a couple of days ago moved into Taurus. Now I like Jupiter there. Jupiter's a beneficial planet anyway generally, but I like Jupiter in Taurus. I've got that in my own natal chart. I feel it's, again, a great time to get out in nature. It expands our hearts and our love of nature, and it can be lucky financially, so this might be the month to buy or the months ahead to buy those lottery tickets if you're that way inclined, or you're able to. But yeah, it's also going to be at the power degree still on this new moon, so that's going to give the new moon a further boost in the same sign as the new moon. We've also got a nice flowing trine aspect at the new moon with Neptune. That's going to ramp up our imagination and our creative imagination. Great time to write, listen to music, write music if that's what you do. Just be creative and artistic. Puts us in touch more with our intuitive side as well as our imagination. So great time for meditation, and overall a great time for meditating in nature if you can get out there and do that. There's also a trine aspect with Pluto, and that will actually bring us some possible transformations in relationships if we've had any sort of relationships that have been a bit off or strained lately. This is actually a good time to transform those into a more harmonious energy, especially if it involves females. So that's a good one. Trying to think, I think that was it, the sextile and 2 trines. Oh, we've got an opposition actually with an asteroid called Ceto, which can bring up some of our collective unconscious fears, well, and individual ones too. But there are some positive sides to that too. Can increase our interest in our sort of psychic abilities as well, and make us more interested in the bigger picture, really. So it's also quite a good time if you practice alchemy, to carry out some alchemy. So it's certainly got some positives and some negatives. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this is one to celebrate. So did I say it's at 3:54 in the afternoon, Universal Time tomorrow on the 19th. So you need to adjust for your time zone. Sorry about the chopping sounds. So for example, if you're in the UK watching this, it would be an hour later than that. And if you're in the eastern part of the world or Australasia, it's actually going to be on the 20th, probably in your night time. So yeah, time to, I think, as always, set our intentions, particularly around abundance and just the good of the natural world, really, I feel, for this one. So perhaps a good time to charge up our crystals as well. The thing with new moons is the influences don't tend to last beyond the actual day it falls on, really, but it's still a very strong and powerful time for setting our intentions. Whereas the full moon, you know, we tend to feel that building for a few days before, and then it continues afterwards, so it's a little bit more of an intense energy. But yeah, so we can enjoy the positive energies of this and make the most of it. And yeah, if you can, just get out in nature and look after yourselves and enjoy it. And sending you so much love, and thank you for watching, and please like the video if you enjoyed it, and perhaps consider subscribing if you haven't already to the channel to help it grow. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon, and yeah, enjoy, sending you lots of love.